What's up, viewer? It's your girl Mary Lee Davis, aka Mary Mac, coming back to you again. Um, this time I want to talk to you about the movie Glory. You know, I checked out that movie last night. Today is the 11th. I checked it out on the 10th of August, 2013. And, you know, that movie is something else. When I watched it, I was like, man, them guys really put their heart and soul into trying to win a war or a battle that was, it would have taken a whole lot for them to win it, because they was at a disadvantage, kind of like African Americans in America from the beginning. You know, basically, I'm saying the 54th Infantry, I guess that's how you pronounce it, that the African American men who played in the movie Glory. Denzel Washington is one of the best actors I've ever watched since I've been a critic of movies. Yeah, he's real good, very special. Man, his part alone make you want to just go through the screen and get on his side and fight that war with him and stuff, for real. Man, the part about him in the movie, I don't want to give too much of it up, but the part about him running away because he wanted to get him some shoes, right? Because the shoes they was wearing was either none at all, or torn up to the point where they should have just taken them off. They didn't have any socks, and their feet was very blistered. But they wanted to represent their race, African American race, and be the first men to fight in battle and leave a legacy of dignity behind. And that's all most African Americans really want to do. We want to leave some kind of legacy behind for the next generation to say they have something to look forward to and look up to, and persevere, and maybe leave a legacy of their own behind. I get on these videos. I don't get a whole lot of love or anything, but what I get is a sense of dignity and pride from within myself and the ancestors who have died, spirit carrying me on to be able to continue on making these videos that I feel is very informative, I might add, pat myself on the back. But yet and still, I, like the men in the movie Glory, knew we probably wasn't going to get any real recognition. You understand what I'm saying? Not living, But I'm trying my best to live out my legacy before somebody rape it after I die, and then be like, see, this was one of your greatest. No, I want you to know it now while I'm alive. Give me my roses while I am alive, for real. Don't bury me with them, straight up, because it would be meaningless then. But for the movie, and Denzel trying to find him a pair of shoes, he ran off from the group, right? And as a result, they caught him like any slave back in the day, and he had to get 30 lashes with the whip. And when they took his shirt off, you can tell he was a rebellious slave, because he had already had a bunch of lashes on his back. And he was trying to be tough and not cry, but he shed a tear because they never asked him why he ran off. They just wanted to whoop him and make an example of him, kind of like what Chicago is doing to me. They know the reason. Unlike Denzel back in the movie days or whatever, but they know the reason with me. They know why I do what I do for my Chicagoans. Because I have a story to tell, and I'm gonna tell it the best way I can. And if I can help anyone along the way, that's good enough payment for me. Some people need Rolls Royces and Cadillacs and a whole bunch of friends and money, you know, to be important and to feel like they are giving back. Whereas if anyone noticed, the white man, they don't respect that. I mean, look what happened to Oprah Winfrey just recently. She tried to get some to buy a purse. You understand what I'm saying? For real. And they acted like they didn't know who she was. Like, look, lady, you can't afford this purse. You might want to, look over here in this little area, the clearance sale, and we can handle your business then, But Oprah said she walked out that motherfucker. I don't mean to curse, but she walked out the store not saying too much anything. Had it been me and I had the money and influence Oprah Winfrey had, I would have been like, who owned this business? And would have bought the business just to old girl who denied her the right to get that purse would be out of a job. That's what I would have did. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm sitting here gonna give you what the word is for real, and that's the truth. I couldn't have just walked away knowing who I am. You understand what I'm saying? That's like me walking away from everything that I have invested in trying to give you who I really and truly am, and that's a child of God. You understand what I'm saying? Who has been crapped on all my life, but yet and still I stand tall. Taller than most people with a lot of money in this city, Chicago. But of course, people with all the money and influence don't want to give me recognition due to the fact it would have to mean they would have to come down. You understand what I'm saying? For me to rise to my full potential. But back to the movie. So he got his butt whooped for trying to find him some shoes, some proper shoes, because, the people in charge wasn't giving him any shoes. So an older guy stepped up and said, you know why he ran off? And he showed him his feet, and it was a mess. And then, the colonel was like, are all they feet like this? Now I'm speaking, when I say all in my story, I'm speaking to you, an African American who's watching this. I'm including you in the all. You understand what I'm saying? But parallel my story with, the men from the movie Glory, the soldiers. And, the older man said, yeah, all our feet is like this. We want to fight. We want to do good, but we don't have the necessary footwork that we need to keep on marching. You understand what I'm saying? That's how African Americans are. We want to do well. We want to please everyone. We give our best, but they don't give us nothing back in return to continue on. And that's why this generation of African Americans are at their wits' end at an early age, because we don't have the proper tools, you understand what I'm saying, to keep on keeping on. It's kind of like me at the Bud Billiken parade yesterday. They didn't give out anything to the kids, not a book, not a pencil, not a notebook, nothing. All I saw was advertisement. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't for the kids. It really, really disappointed me, and I know the kids must have felt the same way. But Denzel and his group of troops in the movie, they end up getting some socks and some shoes to fight, because, the white man gonna get what he want out of you. And he figure, hey, most of them ain't gonna live to enjoy the shoes for long anyway. You understand what I'm saying? We'll give them the shoes for now. That's how they look at us. As, we'll give them a little something to work with. But in the end, you know what happened? When Denzel And the truth, I hate to tell the story, but you got to see it anyway. It's an old movie. Maybe you've seen it already, and I'm not really, blowing the top off of it. But I got to say this. When they buried them, man, after they gave all they could, you understand what I'm saying? Do you know they didn't even bury them with the socks, let alone the shoes? I'm like, what part of the game is this? They done fought their heart out. They was the best, they said. Even better than the white people. These were the first African American men to ever fight in battle. And they didn't even bury them with their socks, let alone their shoes. I was like, man, that's, if you gonna bury me with my Bible, okay? For real. You can keep the shoes. Give me the word. For real. Straight up. Butt naked. I'm here to tell you people. Because where we at now, it's a loss for words. That's where I'm at. I mean, I'm at my wit's end when it comes to trying to, I shook Rahm Emanuel's hand yesterday, also at the parade, and I must say that the Chicago police were somewhat kind of scary friendly to me yesterday. I was kind of nervous, to tell you the truth. They was a little too nice. You understand what I'm saying? One of them had the nerve to say, "Isn't it good to have technology?" I said, "No, I'd rather have eye-to-eye contact. I do my deals eye to eye and shake hands, for real. When I was in the street selling merchandise for 25 years or whatever, it was thank you, please come again. There weren't no contracts involved. If you had a problem, you get your money back, and you could keep the product that you say, wasn't any good. Because I'm a less confrontational person. I don't want to give the enemy any, way to infiltrate what I'm trying to do. And the one time I didn't stand on that concept, it was an African when I was in this mall up north, claimed that a video game, I mean an African, not an African American, an African came and bought a video game from me, claimed it didn't work, and I'm the type of person would check all my, products, especially something, that costs a couple of dollars, and I'm going to end up getting some problems for. But 3 days later, he come talking about it don't work. So I'm like, man, it worked. It worked when you left here. And I made sure of that, and as a result, I had to be taken out of my business. My worker had to be, in charge until I was able to get back from the police station and continue on. All because this African, for real, was jealous of the fact that an African American was handling her business. You understand what I'm saying? They're very jealous of African Americans. They are. But they all over Chicago, shitting on us, talking about they Africans. No, they the same ones that enslaved us with the white man. They pretty much, I believe we was that distant cousin of theirs, and they didn't like. It's always somebody in your family that ain't gonna like part of your family, and they hand you over to the enemy and stuff. I believe that's who Africans are. The same one Oprah built a school, in Africa with, yeah, them. Now, why she didn't build that school in America, I don't know, but that has yet to be revealed. Maybe one day they'll make one, from my name. Because I sure deserve it. I put in a lot of work. I do a lot of walking, and I make my presence felt all over Chicago, and I don't have nothing to show for it as far as, bling bling and things of that nature and stuff, But I still try to present myself in a professional way where people can say, well, I'm proud to be an African American. I'm always trying to do that for you. And if you see me slipping and falling, it's because the white man or Uncle Tom Negro have brought me to my knees again. For real. Or I just have to make a move due to the fact I can't take it no more where I'm at. So with that, you see me? Feel free to holler. I'm still cool. You feel me? One love, baby.